Okay, I'm going to do a very quick walk around of the Frankfurt Arsenal X-10. This is handheld with a XL bullet feeder mounted directly to the press assembly. It's mounted using a Dillon RL550 case feeder tube. That's the tube on a slight angle you see there. That tube comes with that tube and some bolts and a mounting plate on the bottom. In this configuration, we're not using the mounting plate. So I'm going to come over to the press. You can see the press it's a Frankfurt Arsenal press. And I'm going to come over to it. You can see it's there at the back of the bullet feeders, that spring assembly attached to that micro switch, which is on a clear tube down into the feeder. This is an adaptation from another kit that I got, but the kit that he has will have what you need to use it on a double alpha. I'm using it. I took this parts and made it work on my system because I'm using the shuttle system. But you can use it on a double alpha system, no problem whatsoever. He has the parts for that as well. So here you can see the case feeder, or excuse me, the bullet feeder, and it's mounted to the Dillon arm. You can see here how it's mounted. It's using basically, it's just two T-track bolts and nuts, and they just go right here into the extrusion. They slide into the extrusion. Extrusion is perfectly adaptable to using T-track hardware. So in the holes that are there, the top and bottom, they are the holes that come in this mount when you buy it from Dillon. It's around 50 bucks. It's not very expensive at all. And it puts it offset perfectly. And so the way this is mounted is he includes this 3-amp power supply, which I suggest that you do use because the bullet feeder is a heavier, larger motor than it was on the Frankfurt Arsenal originally. So this wire comes up to here, all the way here. This is the wire he provides. Plugs right into the normal power. You discard the power that comes with the Frankfurt Arsenal. And then this looping out comes down to here and plugs directly into this. This cable here that comes the power out is part of the Frankfurt Arsenal system, and it's meant to plug into the power supply of the bullet feeder, but just plug it into this instead and you'll be fine. So it's basically plug and play. Not much is to be changed at all, other than you do need to buy this mount here if you want to mount it this way. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start it up, and when I do, it's going to load up pretty quick. I have the shell plate in a down position. Just it makes it easier to see what's going on as I'm loading. So I'll go ahead, when I turn this power on, it's going to start the case feeder up. Once I turn the power on, it's going to start the case feeder, and it's going to supply power to this, which will run the XL bullet feeder. This is the normal Frankfurt Arsenal setup. You don't have to change that. You can keep that strategy. You don't have to have a separate switch. You do have to make sure you turn the power on here and just leave it on, and then you control it from here. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on, and things will start dropping. You should watch it working. You see bolts dropping, see casers dropping. The bullet feeder's already done. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the case feeder off. So you can see it already filled up. There's the tube, it's already filled up. It holds about 15 in this particular configuration. Yeah, but you can see it loads it no problem whatsoever. And yeah, and the case feeder got, it got like maybe 2. I did cycle it, so it got one in here. So it got maybe 2, 3 bullet cases, and meanwhile this thing did 15. So you're not going to outrun this thing. Anyway, that's the XL bullet feeder with the RL550 case feeder mount to attach it directly to a Frankfurt Arsenal press. The beautiful thing is he does include this piece here, this little plastic piece here, not this mount. I made this, and then it just uses a 3/4 MT pipe, so you can take this off, undo this knob, undo the power, and undo the shuttle, not the shuttle, undo the spring and everything. Oh, by the way, it is quick disconnect, so it just pops right off. It's no difficult. So you just, I don't know if you saw that or not, so you just pop it off. So you pop that off and then disconnect that, and you undo this and you just slide it right off, and then you stick it on here, and you can turn it and power whatever you want.